Hey guys! So, welcome back to your math session with me. Okay? I feel like that ELA video, regardless of which one you're watching first, Miss Norris is just hyped today. I don't even know why. I just feel like this quarantine is slowly coming to an end, and it's like life is coming back. But that does not mean we're going back to school, because we ain't. School is done to the end of the year. It's done. All right. And your last day is June the 1st. Oh my heavenly Father. June the 1st is your last day of school. And that's the last video you will ever receive from me. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we are going to get into our math lesson today. And we are doing page 21 through 22. Let's get started. 21 through 22. Let's get started. 21 through 22. Let's get started. 21 through 22. Hey! 21 through 22.
All right, so today's lesson is on three-digit multiplication. We ain't there yet, guys. Today's lesson is on three-digit addition, and we know that when we add, our numbers get bigger. But because my tablet makes me write sloppy, I'm going to try my best to be as neat as possible. Now, today, like I said, is adding with regrouping. Remember, regrouping means that we have to go to the tens place. All right. This sheet of paper in your packet, page 21, is regrouping with the ones, where page 22 is regrouping with the tens. All right. So, what I'm thinking is say thank you, Miss Norris. Oh, jeez. I love y'all. Obviously, I love y'all. What I'm going to do is only assign you page 22. Okay? Page 22. And actually, I'm just going to do page 22 because 21 only has regrouping with the ones, where it looks like page 22 has regrouping with the ones and the 10. So it makes sense to just do one page. All right, so we're going to do page 22. So go ahead and do turn to page 22. And we're going to do numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, those are the numbers we're going to do. And you're going to do the rest of this page. Oh my God, I can hear some of you complaining, but I don't care. Oh my God. So we're going to do page 22. And I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with you. I do not like how this looks because they did not show their work. Remember, please show your work. That means writing it on the side or just using it as it's written. So some of you don't have to write it on the side. It's okay, but you should still show your work. So I'm going to show you both ways you can show your work, whether you write it on the side or you don't. So here we go. Look at the hundreds digits in each problem. Circle those that will have a sum greater than 500. Then find the exact sum of only the problems you've circled. So we're not going to worry about those directions today. And that's the only time we don't follow directions, is when we're told we don't have to follow the directions. But other than that, we need to read and follow the directions. So on this one, you do not have to worry about these directions. Do not worry about it. On this lesson, we're just finding the answer. That's all we're doing. All right. So let's go ahead and start with number 2. With this problem, I am going to show my work without writing it on the side. So, here we go. Always start in my ones place. This is what I misnoticed. I don't know, it's so little. Always write. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All right, so always start in the ones place. Miss Norris is really trying here, people. Always start in the ones place. I give up. I give up. Oh my lordy G. All right, always start in my ones place. I have a 5 and a 3. So 5 and a 3. All right, and that equals 8. All right, then I go to the tens place. I have a 0 and a 1. That equals 1. And then I go to my hundreds place and I have a 2 and a 1. That equals 3. So the answer is 318. Now, when you do not write it on the side, you still need to show your work on the problem. So you need to make sure you label your ones, your tens, and your hundreds. You need to make sure you draw dots if you need the dots. But somewhere on this paper, you should be showing your work. All right, here we go. Number 3, we have 500, and this time I'm going to write it on the side. I have 586 plus 130. All right. Always start in the ones place, and I have a 6 and a 0. When I'm adding, my numbers get bigger. 6 plus 0 is 6. Then I go to the tens place. I have an 8 and a 3. Uh-oh. 8 plus 3 equals 11. More than 9. Time to combine. And I only combine 10. When you combine 10, what do I do with the 10 that I group? I take it to my hundreds place. So you should take it to your hundreds place and drop it off. All right? And I don't want you to think that's a 15 because it's not. It's just adding a 1. All right? So, what's left over when I group? 1 was left over. All right? Now I have a 1, a 5, and a 1, and that equals 7. So your answer is 716. So here we go. And I think what I'm going to do, because I do not have space, is I'm going to go ahead and write it 378. Okay. So, all right. So I have 378 plus 343. All right. I always start in the ones place. All right. And I have an 8 and a 3. All right. And when we add that up, it equals 11. Uh-oh, more than 9. Time to combine. And I only combine 10 because that 10 is going to be grouped together and turn into 110. All right. What do I do with the 10 that I group? I take it to my tens place and I drop it off. Bloop, like this. All right. How many is left over? 1 is left over. All right. So now I have a 7, a 1, and a 4. 7 plus 4 plus 1 equals 12. Uh-oh, more than 9. Time to combine. And I only combine 10. I only combine 10. All right. What do I do with the 10 that I group by? Take it to my hundreds place because we're already in the tens place. And I bloop, drop it off. All right. How many were left? Uh-oh. How many were left? Ooh, I didn't know I had that many colors. Oh my God. All right. I'm so excited now. I have 2 left over. And now I go to the hundreds place. I have a 3, a 3, and a 1. And what does that equal? That equals 7. So your answer should be 721. So go back here, should be 721. Now, even if you say, Miss Norris, but I did my work on the other page, no. You need to show your work on this page. All right, here we go. We have we have 186 plus 175. All right, and we always start in the ones place. And if I'm adding, my numbers get bigger. All right, so I have a 6 and a 5. All right, 6 plus 5 equals 11. Uh-oh, more than 9. Time to combine. And I only combine 10. What do I do with the 10 that I group by? I take it to my tens place. And I drop it off. And how many are left? 1. All right, now I go to the tens place. I have an 8, a 7, and a 1. All right, 1 plus 8 plus 7 equals 16. Woo. But I only group 10. So here we go. I want to use the same color. I only group 10. All right. And what do I do with the 10 that I group by? Take it to my hundreds place. And I drop it off. Bloop. All right. And then how many are left? 6. Don't forget what we always made a mistake is we always forget the one that we took over there. You cannot forget to add the one you brought over there because now 8 became 9 or 7 became 8. You added one more. So you can't take the one over there and just still say 8 plus 7. No, you got a 1 there now. So you have to add all 3 of them. All right, here we go. Now I go to the hundreds place. And I have a 1, a 1, and a 1. And what does that equal? It equals 3. So your answer is 361. 1. All right. Last one. I have 476 plus 234. All right. I always start in the ones place. And when I'm adding, my numbers get bigger. So here we go. I have a 6 and a 4. And as you see, every time I say, okay, I have a 6 or 4, I'm drawing the dots next to it. All right. Now, we don't do that when we subtract. We only do that when we add. All right, so here we go. 6 and 4 make 10. Uh-oh, more than 9 time to combine. And 10, is more than 9. So we need to circle how many? Just 10. So if we're circling 10, that means we're circling all of them. All right. What do I do with the 10 that I group? I'll take it to my tens place and I drop it off. I'm not going to go to the ones place and take it all the way over to the hundreds place. We can't skip place values. We can't do that. All right, so now how many do I have left? But there's nothing left. I got 0. There's 0 left. Nothing is left. All right, so now I go to the tens place. I have a 7, a 3, and a 1. What's 1 plus 7 plus 3? You should have said 11. Uh-oh, more than 9. Time to combine. And we only combine 10. We only combine 10. What do I do with the 10 that I group? I take it to my hundreds place. And I drop it off. Bloop. Because 10 tens equal 100. 10 ones equals 110. So we're just converting stuff. All right, so now I go to my hundreds place. And I have a 4, a 2, and a 1. What is 1 plus 4 plus 2? It is 7. And actually, Miss Norris forgot the tens place. Somebody should have said something. I mean, dang. How many was left? It was 1. So you should have written 1. All right. So the answer is 710. All right. So that is what you're about to do for numbers 7 through 15. You do not have to worry about 16. Do not worry about that. You're just doing numbers 7 through 15, and you're just adding those up. All right? So if you have a question, please reach out, comment, send me a text between the hours of 12 and 2. Miss Norris will not answer outside of those hours because I have to prep for you all for videos, and that takes a lot of time. So if you have any questions, let me know and get started. And remember, I love you. Bye.